to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term by 2 years to the year 2030. The resolution was accepted at the ruling party's 22nd Annual People's Conference in Mutare over the past weekend. Now, former Citizen Coalition for Change leader Nelson Chamisa took to social media saying that the resolutions bind Zanu PF and her members, not Zimbabwe and her people. Our Triple C interim leader Jameson Timba says only a referendum can decide on the constitutional changes. And to speak to us further about the conference, we are joined on the line by Farai Marapira, Director for Information and Publicity for Zanu PF. Farai, good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Farai, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Now, Farai,
Okay.
just the first thing that has people talking is the resolution to extend President Mnangagwa's term. How will this work, despite the president saying that he would step down once his term was over? So why the 2-year extension?
This is simply a clamor by the membership of the party for the president to continue with the economic trajectory which we are on as a nation. And this is where the resolution is coming from. If one is to look at Zimbabwe, every sector has been growing in leaps and bounds. We are now grain self-sufficient. We were a net importer of grain. We've grown our mining exports, and we are now developing Zimbabwe into a manufacturing economy. One is to even look at infrastructural changes that have happened, the Beitbridge border post, the roads, the interchanges that we're building. There is so much even from the private sector showing the confidence that they have with this current stability which we're enjoying under President Mnangagwa. So this is what has propelled the membership of Zanu PF to say that they wish for the president to extend his term to 2030.
Now, what were some of the key highlights from the conference?
Some of the key highlights were the issues of this resolution, number one, which you've asked me on, and the issue of techniques and methods with which we're going to be connecting our youth to this growing economy. The youth are the drivers of any economy, and it is imperative for the party that we start connecting the youth to the economy. We start making them the drivers of the economy. As we are moving from an agri-industrial economy into a manufacturing economy, these are the custodians of old new technology, AI, and so on. So the youth should be at the forefront of developing this manufacturing industry and the beneficiation of all our local produce.
Now, when you say that the youth should be at the forefront, how are you going to do that? Is it going to be a stage-by-stage approach? What is the plan of action? Have you put something down and an action plan to ensure that this does happen, that the youth are empowered? Because many a times the youth are the ones who generally end up falling short.
Indeed, we have come up with measures. And in as much as this is a resolution, steps have already started taking place to ensure that the youth are connected to the agricultural industry, the youth are connected to mining. If you look at our mining industry, more than 60% of our gold exports comes from small-scale mining, and small-scale mining is in the hands of the youth. So essentially what we're doing is we're moving more and more of our youths into various sectors of the economy. You look even at agriculture, we've got a very large percentage of our agricultural produce coming from the youth themselves. So this is not something that is new, but this is something which we are extending into the emerging manufacturing industry so that we ensure that the youth keep on being the drivers of this economy that we are growing under President Mnangagwa.
Now, Farai, apart from the youth, women often bear the brunt of, difficulties, whether apart from the youth, as I say, the women are the ones that generally lag behind, especially in different areas of industry. How are they going to be factored into this continued development of Zimbabwe?
Zanu PF from independence has been very, very consistent on the issue of women empowerment. This started in the 80s when it became government policy for women to have equal access to education. Remember, we were entering independence in a patriarchal society, which would prefer the education of the boy child over the girl child, and it was strict government policy that put an end to this. So this has extended even into politics, where we have got the women quota system, which was pushed and fronted by Zanu PF to ensure that women have representation within the political sphere. And this is also reflected in our government, where we have got almost a 50-50 scenario with women ministers in women in senior positions of leadership in government. So this has also been part of the party policy. We have seen that concurrent to youth empowerment projects, they've been concurrent women empowerment projects. And the president is on record as saying that women are the most reliable people to empower, because women always handle business professionally, and there is no majority of cases where you find that there's mismanagement of funds among the women. So we have also been empowering the women, but we remain focused on ensuring that the youth, by being connected to the economy, become the custodians of the economy in the future. So we keep on renewing and connecting the youth as our economy grows and as our economy progresses. We find ways in which we ensure that our people become the main custodians of the economy.
Now, the conference, Farai, directed that both the party and government put in place the necessary legal, constitutional and administrative measures. Now, when is this expected to be put in place, and who will be leading that process?
The government is a Zanu PF-led government, so by extension, when we come up with these resolutions, government is mandated to ensure that these resolutions are enacted at law. So essentially, the president, being the head of government, then tasks his ministers to ensure that these resolutions, going relevant ministry by relevant ministry, are enacted. So when the resolutions come out, they are directed to the relevant parent ministries, and party departments then have oversight over the activities of the ministries, which is a fulfillment of our party supremacy over government mantra.
And I can't let you go without, finding out if this did even come up. Did the issue of succession come up at any point in time? I know that it wasn't on the agenda, but anything is possible.
Succession is not yet a conversation within Zanu PF, because right now the conversation is ensuring that our president extends his term and keeps us on this positive trajectory. We have been voted the #1 in tourist destination by Forbes. These are some of the milestones we are achieving under the president. So these are the wins that the membership of Zanu PF want to continue. So we cannot talk of continuation and succession at the same time. These are antagonistic. These do not mix. So we will talk of succession at another time. But right now, the conversation is extending the president's term to 2030.
Oh, Farai, thank you for joining us. We'll leave it there for today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Farai Marapira, Director for Information and Publicity for Zanu PF, joining us on the line.
Mix Vibration.